Hey there! If you love horror and Halloween and you want to get into the spirit by scaring the shit out of people, then this video is for you. My name is Serene, and I am an artist and very passionate horror lover. I've always loved Halloween and been obsessed with it, so I wanted to make this video to help out new haunters or people considering becoming one, while also helping me relive some of my most favorite moments in my life haunting for a few years. So I have 7 tips for you today. Feel free to ask anything else in the comments. Tip number 1 is more of a disclaimer than a tip, but before you even apply, if you are only doing this for the money, then this is not the job for you, because it is very physically and mentally draining. And the main fuel you're gonna have is your passion. And sure, you can say that about most jobs, right? You're gonna be better at it when you're very into it. So, also, it usually doesn't pay that much, so if you're only doing it for money, you're gonna wind up quitting after a couple weeks, like a lot of people do. They're like, well, this is too much, I can't do it. So tip number 2 is when you get your character or characters, you should probably create backstories for them, because this is going to help you with improv with guests and make you a lot more entertaining, and you will stand out from the other actors because you're not just screaming at people, you're interacting with them, you're being immersed, you are the character. So how can people not be entertained? Me, for example, I'm a little bit desensitized, but when I go through haunts, I like to be entertained. I like it when people interact with me. It makes me laugh, it makes me have fun, and get into the Halloween spirit. Tip number 3, utilize your strengths. So we're all good at something, right? Whether it is body contortion, or being really big and intimidating, or doing multiple voices. Me, for example, I am about 5'1" or so, and I'm not the most intimidating person, but I would still scare people because I had many different voices that I would do that were really kind of creepy, and people loved them. I would also use my size to my advantage. So I would have these knee pads, and I would just basically slide out from corners and really shock people that way with our initial reaction. So that was fun. Tip number 4. Get to know your surroundings. This is going to help you in your acting and your improv. So when you get to know all the little items in your room, you can use them in your story, and this goes back to your backstory as well. Everything will tie together. And again, you want to be believable. You want people to feel like they're actually in a horror movie. At least that's what I tried to do. So for example, I went to a haunt recently, and there was a Ouija board, and the actress had me try to use it while she scared me and while I was distracted, which did get me. Distraction is a very good way to scare people. Tip number 5. Take care of your voice. It is so important. I mean that because while it's possible to scare people without saying anything, it takes a lot more work and it's more challenging. Why would you want to handicap yourself like that? So, you want to make sure you always have cough drops with you with honey. Honey is very important. And then when you go home for the night to relax, you want to have some nice warm tea with honey in it. So your voice will thank you, just overall in the long run. You don't want to damage your vocal cords screaming, and if you feel pain at all, you really shouldn't be screaming in that way. So I'm sure there are methods, there are other videos probably to help you screaming properly. Tip number 6, preserve your energy. And I mean, you're gonna be haunting for probably several hours on your feet, running around, chasing people, screaming, whatever you're doing. You're gonna want to space that energy out a bit. You don't want to just burn out by the end of the night, like a dead engine, So if you have to take it a little bit more easy sometimes and then ramp it back up and take it back down, just adjust the volume a little bit on your energy. This is gonna help you overall. Tip 7, always bring water with you. This is so important, and I did not understand when some actors would just bring a little bottle of water with them or just none at all. You want to have like a big. I would sometimes bring a gallon. I know it's a bit excessive, but just have enough so where you can take time, you know, after each scare, and go take a little bit of water, and you know this is gonna help you with your energy too. Stay hydrated. And if you're wondering, well, how am I gonna drink while I'm trying to scare people in haunt? Like, well, each area is gonna have little hiding spots for you to keep your things. This is every haunt has this. So either that or you can go back to take a break. But I'm pretty sure most haunts have little spots where you can sneak, not sneak, well, sneak from the guests. You don't want them to see your items, so that's gonna really take them out of the experience and break character. Which you should never break character, by the way. Which is my last bonus tip, now that I mentioned that. Never break character. And even if someone is asking you a question, asking you for help, there's a way to go about doing it while still in character. You can still answer a question while being creepy. Because people behind you or behind the other guests are gonna see that, and it's gonna take away the experience for them too. So yeah, that's it for now. If you have any questions, please leave them down below or feel free to ask me. If you like this video or content like this, feel free to subscribe and I will be making more. Check out my other links below. And in the meantime, happy haunting!